cats, dozens of feral felines, alive and dead, are infesting a Harrisburg neighborhood. Good evening, I'm Valerie Pritchett.
And I'm Al Ganosa in for Flora. Neighbors say the homeowner is hoarding cats and has been for years. The situation is so bad, the woman now lives in a camper in her yard.
Neighbors say the city deemed her home unfit for humans last year, yet the situation still causes problems. And now many are fed up with the city. Our Dave Marcheskie is live in Harrisburg with tonight's top story. Dave.
Well, Alan, Val, this mask is needed. That's because the ammonia from the cat urine just kind of punches you in the face. Now, you combine that with the rotting animal carcasses across the street here. It's why many neighbors are saying that this property is worse than a horror movie.
Oh my God! There's expired animals everywhere.
Known as Julie the Cat Lady, this feline vigilante picking up the horror in Harrisburg.
Some very sick kittens just went into the basement. You know, are they going to die in there? We don't know. We certainly can't save them out here.
Armed with her homemade catch pole, Julie finds
This one's all but dead.
a kitten, disfigured, sick.
Could be distemper. It could be feline infectious peritonitis, which comes from living in a fetid, horrible, filthy environment. This thing's infested with fleas.
An infestation so bad, the homeowner, 55-year-old Donna Layton's home, deemed unfit for human living last summer. That's why she now lives in a camper.
The urine smell is awful. I mean, the cats try to attack my little dog. It's just too much.
Manana Street overrun by furry feral.
I've seen close to 60, 70 cats at a time in that yard.
We counted 60, maybe 80 cats, including all the kittens. They have litters pretty much every day now.
Gloria lives next door. She showed us her garage, where Layton's cats causing a hazardous health risk.
It's hard to breathe. A lot of times we go out to eat because I come home to make dinner and I can't stand the smell. I have to leave.
Neighbors say they've contacted the city numerous times.
We contacted codes, all types of people with the city, and nothing seems to happen.
8 times since 2012, Layton has been cited for codes violations, including Monday.
They said that they were going to get mental health to help her, and she refused. She said there's no problem. There's nothing wrong with the house or her or the yard or the cats.
You get a warrant, go in and get these cats out of here.
Fed up, many plea for action.
But I need help here. I can't do it all. Any animal, any person, you don't want to see debilitated things, and this is really not cool. This is bad.
City Codes Director Dave Patton says that the city cannot violate Layton's rights here. He says perhaps this latest charge, today's charge, may force her to change. But neighbors here say, well, what about their rights? What about their right to live in a clean, smell-free neighborhood? Of course, we'll stay on top of this one, but for now, working for you in Harrisburg tonight, I'm Dave Marcheskie, ABC 27 News.
Thank you, Dave. And neighbors say the fire department has been called to the home a few times this year. Layton would not answer calls to come outside of her camper.
Well, we are working for you, trying to prompt a big change at a house of horrors in Harrisburg. 80-some cats, both alive and dead, have filled the Manada Street townhome of Donna Layton for years. Many of the living cats are clearly very sick. The whole block is filled with the stench of ammonia from cat urine. When the home was deemed unfit for humans, Layton moved into a camper in her yard. The city has repeatedly cited her, but she simply pays the fine and nothing changes. Well, tonight, our Dave Marcheskie is back at the property with our continuing coverage. Dave.
Well, Alicia, in order to get action, we urge city officials today to come out to this property, and so far, City Councilwoman Sandra Reed has. But just check out how she reacted to when she smelled this home.
Oh, God. Whew. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But that's what your house smells like.
Stunned, Sandra Reed received a tour from Gloria Sikoria, who lives right next door to Donna Layton. Now, her paperwork dates back to 2011, complaints to city codes and animal control. And although Layton was cited for an 8th time yesterday, Reed vowed to do better than just a piece of paper.
I'm confident they'll take action. I'm quite certain that you'll see something come of this. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I feel so bad for you.
Thank you.
A little compassion has gone a long way so far, but several of those dead cats were tested from yesterday, and it's believed that rabies infected many of those cats. Now, final results are pending from the state. Now, within the hour, and actually in a couple of minutes here, Mayor Eric Papenfuss is expected to meet with many of these residents here. We don't know what is going to be talked about. Hopefully a solution to remedy the situation. Of course, we'll bring you any update that we have that comes from this meeting tonight right here on ABC 27 News. But for now, working for you in Harrisburg, Dave Marcheskie, ABC 27. So, Alicia, again, these residents are very hopeful that finally something will be done here.
Rabies brings this to a whole other level. All right, we will stay on this one. I know you will. Dave, thanks a lot.
The Harrisburg woman is facing charges in an extreme case of cat hoarding. Neighbors complained of a severe cat problem at the Manatee Street home of 55-year-old Donna Layton. Now, the mayor promised the city would take action, and today it did. Dave Marcheskie reports.
Wearing masks and hazmat suits, humane specialists arm themselves with cat cages, traps, and a big net. After an hour inside the home, suspected of extreme cat hoarding, crews found
1 to 2 dozen at the most. There was some evidence of some fresh activity from some cats.
Yet ammonia levels were low. A handful of dead cats were pulled from the home of 55-year-old Donna Layton. Police say enough to bring animal cruelty charges. On Friday, officers served an arrest warrant, took Layton into custody. But police say she was cooperative every step of the way.
She has told us that she has been feeding the cats out of the goodness of her heart, and she doesn't want them to go hungry, and she wanted to try to take care of them.
You okay like that?
A habit that went on for nearly 3 years, neighbors say. Layton was cited by codes numerous times since 2012, but always paid the fine. As recent as April, media outlets reported about the unbearable odor at Layton's home. Even spoke with Dave Patton on camera.
So we just couldn't come in and just start kicking the door down.
Last June, Patton deemed Layton's house unfit for human living. And neighbors say they told the city she moved into a trailer.
We weren't aware that she was living in a trailer. It was all hearsay.
And while Harrisburg's director of codes may have known about Layton's situation, Mayor Eric Papenfuss says Monday's report finally informed him.
Yes, but I had never spoken to a neighbor or received a direct complaint or knew anything about the extent of this problem until actually I saw the media reports.
Since the mayor came through on a promise to act, rallied several agencies, remedied the smelly situation. And while Papenfuss spoke about the continued efforts to trap cats, one slipped behind him.
They're going to leave traps and continue to catch the cats. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Now, Layton must notify the city anytime she plans to set foot inside the home. Now, city officials say she must fumigate her home to get rid of all these small pests and fleas, but that odor is now gone. Working for you in Harrisburg tonight, Dave Marcheskie, ABC 27 News.
And I'm sure neighbors there are relieved. Thank you, Dave.
Dave's following up on another situation, a home inundated with cats. The woman who lives on this property is now speaking out. Now, last month, after our story aired, dozens of cats were finally cleared out of the Manatee Street home that included cat carcasses. Neighbors have been trying to get the city to do something for a couple of years. The odor was overwhelming their block. The woman hoarding the cats remained silent until now. Dave joins us live with our continuing coverage. Dave?
Alicia, since that arrest, Layton says she has been trying to clean up her property, but she says today Layton was told by police that trailer must go, and it's the reason why she's speaking out.
And I want to keep my trailer. I don't see any reason what the city's going to do with it. The city of Harrisburg needs my trailer. Health problems.
Now, Layton says she uses her trailer for storage, not for living, and since February, Layton says she's been living out of her car. She feels targeted by neighbors and police, and when asked about the cats, Layton says they're not hers, she only fed them.
One of the cats tore the screen, and I just didn't bother fixing it because it was winter. I figured, okay, they want to come in and keep warm because it's winter. So I just didn't bother fixing it, and I let them come and go. They wouldn't stay in my house, they would come and go.
Now, Layton says she has not seen any other cats recently, that she just wants to be left alone. We did check with Harrisburg police today. They say no other charges are pending at this time. But Alicia, she just wanted to get her side out today and just speak a little bit about what she's been dealing with. I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Dave, thank you.